Hi class, sorry I am not there once again. We are dealing with the flu in my house. Today is just a review day for you. We were going to play a game. Instead, I took a few of the problems that you were going to see on the game and just create this video for you to hopefully help you prepare. So you're going to do the notes, you'll show the sub your notes, and then you will get the review worksheet, and then the rest of the time will be yours to work on that, check your answers, all that good stuff. It'll be a really good study guide for the quiz. So the quiz is going to cover this type of stuff. The first problem that we're going to look at, we're solving for x. This is the side splitter theorem that we're going to utilize. Remember, if you have two lines that are parallel in a triangle, the top of the left over the bottom of the left is equal to the top of the right over the bottom of the right. So you can do something like 24 over 18 equals 28 over 5x plus 1. And then you just, cross multiply and solve. So you would do 24, you do 24 times 5x plus 1 equals 18 times 28. 18 times 28 is 504. You're going to distribute the 24x. You get 120x plus 24 equals 504. You minus the 24 from both sides. You're going to get 480. And then divide by 120, you get 4. So x would be 4. Now number 2 looks almost exactly the same as number 1. As far as the triangle goes, we've got the two parallel lines. However, you cannot do the side splitter theorem. You cannot do top over bottom equals top over bottom like we did over here, because it only works for the sides. It does not work for the sides that are parallel. So when you have to find a piece that's one of the parallel sides, you have to draw the triangles separately. So you'd have, the little guy is 40 and 9x minus 25. And then the big triangle, you'd have the left side, which is 75, and the bottom side, which is 105. Again, I just added those together. That's where the 75 came from. And then you can set up your proportions. You can do like 40 over 75 equals 9x minus 25 over 105. And then you cross multiply. So you'll have 75 times 9x minus 25. And then 105 times 40 is pretty big. It's 4,200. You're going to distribute the 75. You get 675x minus 1875 equals 4,200. You will add the 1875 to both sides, giving you 6075, big numbers. Divide by 675, you get x equals 9. So make sure you're aware of when you can use the side splitter theorem and when you can't. If you don't want to remember that, just draw the triangle separately for number 1 and do it exactly like we did number 2. All right, number 3, we talked about that yesterday as well. You've got your parallel lines cut by some transversals. It's going to create some proportional sides. So like the top over the bottom on the left side, x minus 2 over 10 is going to equal, it's a little cut off there. Oh, my margins got cut off. It's 2x plus 3. So you've got 2x plus 3 over x plus 9. And what you're going to do is you're going to cross multiply. So you're going to have 10 times 2x plus 3 equals x minus 2 times x plus 9. So you're going to have to distribute the 10, giving you 20x plus 30. And when you do the other side, you're going to have to distribute the x times x is x squared, x times 9 is 9x, negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. And then we can move some stuff around, combine like terms. So you're going to, on the right side, you'll have 7x minus the 20. 7 minus 20, you're going to get negative 13x. And then you're going to subtract the 30 from the negative 18. You get negative 48 equals 0. So I just moved everything over and combined like terms. Now you got a factor. It's got to multiply to be negative 48 and add to be negative 13. So you got to think about what multiplies to be negative 48. It might take a few tries, but it's negative 16 and positive 3. That will do the job. And then you set them equal to 0, you'll get two answers, 16 and negative 3. Now, double check your answers. Like 16 is fine. If you plug it into any of these, you're going to have a positive. Negative 3 if you plug it into like the x minus 2, negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Segment can't be negative, so the negative 3 actually doesn't work. It's only 16 that will be your answer. Sometimes both will work, and sometimes one of them will and one of them won't. So you have to just plug it in, and if you get a negative, cross it off. All right, let's look at number 4 here. With number 4, it says to solve for x. Now we're going to assume that these lines are parallel. So pretend that was given to you. If these lines are parallel, that means that like angle A and angle D are congruent, angle E and angle B are congruent because of alternate interior. And since those angles are all congruent, that means that the triangles are proportional. So we're going to set up some proportions. So we can do something like, 3x plus 12 over this side, 5x minus 8. Will equal, and then you got to make sure we started with the triangle on the left, start with it again, 54 over 66. Number one mistake people make with this is they go 3x plus 12 over 5x minus 8, and then they put 66 on top of 54. Make sure you put the same triangle on the top for both and the same triangle on the bottom for both. All right, and then it's just a matter of cross multiplying. You got 66 times 3x plus 12. You've got 54 times 5x minus 8. You're going to distribute the 66. 66 times 3, you'll get 198x. 66 times 12, you get 792. So we got some big numbers on this sheet. 54 times 5x is 270x. And then 54 times negative 8 is negative 432. Minus the 198 from 270, you'll get 72x. Add the 432 to the other side, you get 1,224. Divide by 72, you will get a nice number. You get 17. All right, so lots of cross multiplying and solving in these. With number 5, it says state the scale factor of the little triangle CBD or CDB to triangle CEA, given that the triangles are similar. The reason why it says be careful is you're going to want to draw the triangles separately. So like the little triangle, you have 18 here, and then the big triangle isn't going to be 9. It's this whole thing. If you add those together, you're going to have 27. And they want to know how we get from the little to the big. So you start with the little, which is 18. You multiply it by s, which is our scale factor, and we're trying to figure out how you end up with 27 as your new side. Divide by 18. You can leave it as a fraction. Just do math frac. You get 3/2. So the triangle from the little to the big, it's getting 1.5 times bigger. It's getting 3/2 bigger. All right, so be careful with scale factor. You will definitely see that on the quiz. And then there's a couple questions about, are the triangles similar and by what method? Remember, triangles can be similar in 3 ways. Side, 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 where all 3 sets of sides are proportional, not equal. Side, angle, side, where 2 sets of sides are proportional and the included angle is equal. Or angle, angle, where you have 2 sets of angles congruent. So if we look at this picture here, I think your C is kind of missing. I moved it over a little bit. So it's C at the top, B, D, A, and E. And we need to figure out how the triangles are similar. Well, if you look at the parallel lines, automatically you should be thinking special angle pairs. So like this angle and this angle are congruent because those are corresponding angles. This angle and this angle are congruent because they are corresponding. So are they similar? You bet, because we've got 2 sets of angles congruent. So we'd say yes, and then we write the similarity statement. Triangle like CBD, the little guy on top, is similar to the big triangle CAE. And that's by angle, angle, because we have 2 sets of angles that are congruent. Actually, we have 3 sets, because angle C, they both share that as well. All right, and that would be your answer. For number 7, same idea. Are the triangles similar? By what method? So with this one, you might want to draw the triangles separately to kind of see it better, but if you notice, both triangles have angle D in common. The big triangle has an angle D, and then the little triangle also has an angle D. The big triangle, the whole thing on the bottom, 9 and 6 makes 15. This whole side is 25. And then the little triangle, you have 10 and 6. All right, what we need to do is figure out if the sides are proportional. If the sides are proportional, and we've got that congruent angle already, we know it's going to be side, angle, side. If they're not, then we would say no, they're not similar. So we got to set up our proportions, be consistent. So I'm doing 25 over 10. Which means that I'd have to do 15 over 6 for my other, and we need to see if they're equal. So if you reduce, you're going to get 5/2 for this one, and divide those both by 3, you're going to also get 5/2. So since they are the same, That means the sides are proportional, and we've got the included angle. So are they similar? Yes. We would write triangle, the big triangle is like BDA. BDA is similar to triangle CDE, and that would be by side angle side. All right, so hopefully that helps to kind of refresh your memory of what you need to expect on the quiz. Go ahead and show the sub your notes, and then you can get the quiz review worksheet and start working on that. And good luck, and we'll have the quiz on Friday. All right, thank you.